Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucardo and welcome back to Resident Lover. It feels like it's been a month since I last released a video, but it's only been like a week. We are going to start a new game. And I think it's gonna be the social butterfly one. Alright, we've seen all this. I am just gonna skip it. If you want to watch it, I'll put a link up in the cards. Somewhere. Okay, what will you focus on? The social butterfly is one that I haven't done. So I think the social butterfly is next. Studying? Going to class? No thank you. You're here to have fun and make friends. You want to be a student and everyone on campus knows. You want to be the student everyone on campus knows, whether for good reasons or for bad reasons. That is yet to be determined. Join your roommates as you take up the campus by storm and discover along the way that there is something sinister brewing at the university that might have to take care of before it takes care of you. Are you happy with the choice or do you want to consider other options? I'm happy and I'm glad I chose the other ones instead of this one. You decide that your college experience will be about socializing. Screw your grades and studying. C's make degrees after all. And sleep? Who even is she? No, your sole goal is to go out. Soul. That's the wrong kind of soul. Your sole goal is to go out and have fun every weekend at parties, to join clubs and mingle with friends and possibly land yourself a smoking hot girlfriend. But one thing at a time. First, you have to move into your dorm room. You drag your luggage with you to the residence hall. It's old-fashioned despite the university coming into existence only 10 years ago. In fact, it seems all the buildings once used to belong to other uses and were merely refurbished for students. The residence dorm is made of stone and wood with comfortable couches and giant fireplaces that are not lit this time of year. It smells like incense and the sweet scent of lilies, which you see in various vases placed around the building. This is the first description of this space that we've seen. The inside of the dorm rooms have been renovated to be more modern. They're not as dreary or dark, with modern amenities like kitchenette and a TV. You see that your roommates have already moved their stuff in. What is that? There's clutter on the couch, a TV drowned out by the loud sound of horrible honking, which you realize is actual music someone is listening to, and a few boxes lay outside a closed door. You'll introduce yourself to your roommates in a second. You'll need to put your things into your room first. You move past the common room and into your room at the end of the hall. You plop your stuff down, ready to unpack. Question is, how will you decorate your room? Ooh. How will you decorate your room? We have girly pop, music head, sports fanatic, vampire wannabe, gamer core, or art gallery. I think since this is a gaming channel, we'll go gamer core. You drag your gaming PC setup out of your luggage and plop it down on your desk. It takes you a while to set it up, along with your gamer chair and the neon lights you need surrounding you while you play. A mini fridge stocked with energy drinks hums quietly. Your bed and the rest of the room remains bare. After all, you won't be sleeping much anyways. I mean, you're not wrong if I'm a gamer going to college. Room decor completed, you leave your room and decide to knock on your door to your roommates' rooms. Who should you go with first? The girl who's blasting honking noises from her bedroom, or the girl whose boxes lie outside the door? Who do you choose? Maybe if we offer to help them unpack, we can do the door too. You try not to trip over the boxes on your way to the closed door. You knock on it and wait for the girl to open up. Love and War. When Harry Met Sally, movie 1. Okay. Come in, the door's unlocked. You push open the door and see your new roommate doing sit-ups on the ground rather than unpacking all her things. Her room is still bare with the exception of what seems to be yoga mats, dumbbells, and a skateboard lying on its side, all taken out hastily. She finishes her set and bounces up to her feet. You can't help but notice how well-defined her abdominal muscles are. The crop top she's wearing only draws attention to the area, and you can't help but run your eyes down the divots in between her abs. You wonder what the rest of her looks like. You stop yourself there, though, before your thoughts progress into the gutter. You're meant to be introducing yourself to your new roommate, not oogling at them. You must be my new roomie. She crosses the room and tugs you into a hug. She smells nice and she's warm. Her hug is tight, but it's over too quickly. And you are left standing there, still trying to recover yourself from being flashbanged by her abs. I'm Daniela. We're gonna have so much fun together this year. Are you into any hobbies or sports? You slowly blink your eyes before focusing on her and the conversation. Daniela is all smiles, one side of her hair shaved off and the rest gathered into a ponytail. She's cute. Always loved Daniela, how authentic she looks. She's really cute. And the earring. You notice she has whorls on the side of her head where her hair is shorn, though the pattern has largely become overgrown as if she's trying to regrow enough hair to cover it back up. Cool hairstyle. What's on the side of your head? Roses. They're kind of my family crest, and plus they're considered a symbol of romance. A touch sheepishly, she adds on, it's kind of a pain to keep up the look, so I probably just might let it grow out. Family crest? Are you, like, nobility? She waves your incredulous expression off. Nothing like that. At least, not anymore. Somewhere further down my mother's side, we used to have nobles. I think we own a castle in a village somewhere, because we inherited it, but it's in too much disrepair to be of much use to us other than a tourist stop. Mom's more focused on her career as a professor and on her winemaking business. You have a roommate that owns a frickin' castle? I have got to see that castle. One day, you leave Daniela to finish her workout and find your other roommate standing in the kitchenette, pouring a bottle of vodka into a plain water bottle. I'm Angie Beneviento. She cheers. I'd love to stay and chat, but I promised to meet up with a few friends. See you around! She zooms out the door and you're left waving her goodbye. You go to your room and find yourself not sure what to do with your free time. You straighten things up in your room even though they're already organized. You scroll through memes, you check your classes to make sure there's no early work due, and you watch a few videos. There's a club fair coming up soon and you want to go there to find a club that you can join this year. What kind of club should you look at? Oh, creative. You are an artist, of course, and had been a part-time actor in high school. Maybe you can continue developing your skills. With a vague idea... Oh my gosh, why can I not read today? With the vague idea of what kind of club you might want to join in mind, you head to bed. Following morning, you wake up and head over to the kitchenette and make some breakfast. You get the stove going and open up the fridge to a human body inside. You let out a blood-curdling scream as it falls right on top of you. You keep screaming as the body begins to scream too, with both of you holding each other. Daniela barges out of her room in a tank top and shorts, holding a lamp as a weapon. What's going on? She asks, blearily blinking at you two. When she sees what's going on, she sets the lamp down. At this point, your screaming has died down as you realized it's Angie that is in your arms. What are you doing in the fridge? Angie has also stopped screaming and is now smiling. She smells like a brewery, and the way she is hiccuping gives you a vague idea of what has happened. She pulls away from you 2 bottles of vodka in her hands. I wanted to cool down the drinks, is all she says before she waltzes out of the room to go who knows where. You turn to Daniela, making sure that she's seen this too. Should we go after her? Daniela offers you a shrug. Angie's just like that. I've seen her fall off a roof before and get up without a scratch. What? Daniela shrugs again. Your food is burning. You curse under your breath and turn back to your now ruined meal. You turn the stove fan on and try to waft the smoke away so the fire alarm doesn't go off. You're starving, but you can't eat this. You might have to head over to the cafe. Are you going to the club fair? Yes. And you? I am. Let me get dressed and I'll come with you. Daniela hurries to get dressed and you decide to do the same. The two of you walk down to the cafe first. You need something to eat and drink. What do you pick? Coffee with a hint of milk and a heaping mountain of sugar, a cup of water with ice, or a simple black tea? Coffee, I guess. What do you pick? Egg salad, a croissant, or a muffin? We'll do a croissant. Armed with warm food and drink, you and Daniela enter the club fair area. Me and you and everyone we know. Movie 2. You are overwhelmed by how many tables are open and how many club options there are. I might join the skateboarding club. She heads over to where there is a table with some students standing around, all holding boards under their arms. You follow along, contemplating if you should join the club. Hey, interested in signing up? Hell yeah, I love skateboarding. Do you have your own board? The club provides new members with rental boards. I have several. Daniela ends up going on a tangent about the types of boards she has, the club members nodding their heads enthusiastically. You decide to wander off to go check out clubs by yourself. You head over to the art club. A girl stands behind the table, popping her gum obnoxiously. I didn't say art. I'd like to join the art club. You'd think we just let anyone in? Yeah. Clubs can't discriminate against members. Ayana, right, that's how I pronounced it. Ayana peers down to look at you closer. You don't look like an artist, which means your art will be subpar. We don't need you lowering the quality of our work. We have a reputation to uphold. You're genuinely flabbergasted by this. You're sure this is illegal, and you'd be lodging a complaint against the student. And you will be lodging a complaint against the student. You meet up with Daniela after the club fair is over. Her phone buzzes and she pulls it out. Her expression turns worried, and you pull your eyes away from where they have strayed down to her abs again, worried that she caught you staring. She has not. You hope. Hey, I kind of need to ask a favor from you. Your abs can ask me for any favor. I mean, you can ask me for any favor. You can feel the back of your neck heating up from embarrassment. She gives you a puzzled look. My mom wants to invite you over for dinner. She has this thing where she wants to meet my new roommates. Since she already knows Angie, because Angie is kind of family, it would just be you and me and my mom and my sisters. Daniela is very awkward mentioning this. You don't see what the big deal this is. If this is the one where I do Cassandra, where I do Daniela, I'm not going to be mad at that. Sure, I'll come over. When is it? Today? Short notice, but free food is free food. Is this in the castle? No, this is at our mansion. She has a mansion too? How rich is Daniela? Why'd she even bother to go to school when she could probably just retire right now? What exactly does your family do again? Daniela laughs. Well, they do a lot. I hope you like them and that they don't scare you away. Why would they scare me away? They can get pretty intense. You head back to the dorms and prepare yourself to go over for dinner. When 6 p.m. arrives, Daniela walks you out to a black sedan waiting for the both of you in front of the dorms. The car drives off and you find yourself a little bit nervous. You clasp your hands together. Mind giving me a little information about your family so I don't make a complete idiot of myself? Daniela scratches the back of her head, thinking. My mom is big on manners and enjoys talking with people at her same intellectual level. She might try to quiz you on stuff. You grow alarmed at this. Quiz me on what? Daniela shrugs. Could be anything, but don't take it too seriously. She does this all the time. She's more interested in checking that you'll be a good influence on me. My sisters will be there too. I have 2 older ones. Bella is the oldest, and she's super serious, so don't get silly with her, or else she won't like you. And Cassandra is the second oldest. She's a huge flirt. Try and ignore her comments. Why does this sound like a 3-stage interview process? You nod your head. Okay, you've got this. As long as the food is good, it should be fine. The car pulls up to a wonderful mansion, and you gape at it, clicking your jaw shut when you remember to close it. This might as well be a castle with how fancy it looks on the outside and on the inside, you quickly note. You observe all the expensive art pieces on the walls and the vases behind the glass displays. You would have dressed even more nicely if you had known it would be like this. A flurry of staff walk around, setting everything down on a long dining table. The room has a vaulted ceiling that makes you feel as if you're walking into a cathedral. Daniela's family is already sitting at the table. Alcina, a statuesque older woman, sits at the head of the table. What must be Daniela's 2 older sisters sit at the left and right side of her, respectively. One sister has brown hair, and the other has blonde hair. They are also good looking, and you wonder how an entire family has been blessed with such good genetics. Daniela takes her seat to your left. You sit down directly across from Alcina in her line of fire. How do you address her? Looking banger, Alchi. Nice to meet you, Alcina. Casual introduction. You don't want to come off as too formal or stiff. Alcina raises her eyebrow. A bit too informal. You may call me Mrs. Dimitrescu. Ms. Dimitrescu. I've invited you over for dinner because I wish to meet Daniela's new roommate. These are my other daughters, Bella and Cassandra. She gestures to them. Bella raises her eyes at you and gives you a disdainful look while Cassandra waggles her fingers playfully at you. Bella is not mean because she wants to be. Bella is mean because she has to be, and I want to save her. Tell me, what do you intend to make of your college career? You begin to feel a bit hot under the collar and nervously tug on it. The food in front of you looks wonderful and smells great. A rack of lamb over a bed of basmati rice with a garnish of herbs and vegetables in a creamy sauce. You want to eat it, but something tells you you won't be getting that for a while. What do you want to make with your college career? I mean, I could be truthful and be like, yeah, I just want to make friends and have some fun. Like, I was going to take a gap year, but here we are. I'm still undeclared and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my classes. I guess we'll do that one. No time like the present to figure that out. Success is the key to life. You should speak with Bella. She is exceptionally talented at her academics, and she might be able to guide you through your courses. Alcina pauses here to turn to her meal, and you figure that this is your chance to take a bite as well. You allow yourself to savor the lamb, smiling at its rich taste. A butler comes by to fill your glass with wine. However, the interrogation is not done. It's only just begun. Your sister's sister. Movie 3. Alcina picks up her wine glass and takes a dainty sip of it before speaking. What do you plan to do when you graduate? She's asking questions you haven't even thought about yet. What do you plan to do when you graduate? Oh dear. I think I want to travel. What countries in particular are you thinking of? There are a few I would love to revisit again. I would love to visit again, and a few new ones I have not seen yet. I would like to venture to Iceland. Recently, the beauty of the volcanoes has captured my heart. Alcina seems to be done with you now because Bella speaks up, twirling her fork contemplatively in her hand, eyeing you. What's your work ethic like? Man, will these questions stop? They're not even trying to hide the fact anymore that they're clearly testing you. What is your work ethic like? Some things are easy for me, some are harder, but I keep going until I finish. She just insulted me. You seem like someone who's not too bright, so that is an important attitude to have. Your jaw gapes open at her blatant remark. Daniela looks decidedly uncomfortable, but she doesn't speak up. What are your friend groups like? Let's see. I usually hung out with artistic people back in high school. I said I did acting. I probably had theater friends. What were their grades like? Did they do well in school? Did they go to clubs or attend enrichment activities to better themselves? How are you supposed to know or remember all of that? I see you didn't do your research. Research on your friends? Who does that? That's creepy. My turn. She looks look at that. She looks excited to quiz you. What's your relationship status? Cassandra! She looks scandalized. I apologize for her. She was gifted with many talents, but learning to keep her mouth shut was not one of them. She loves hearing herself talk. Cassandra huffs. Fine, I'll ask reasonable questions. She looks over at you. Would you date me? Cassandra! The answer is yes. You are embarrassing us in front of our guest. Cassandra laughs, but folds her hands together and rests her chin on them. Have you ever acted before? Yeah, in high school productions. Ah, fellow performer. You should drop by the theater sometime. We could always use some new actors. Considering the last ones, well, they weren't very good. You'll have to excuse us for our direct nature. We're worried about Daniela simply because she's incapable of making smart decisions. What the Last time she got close to someone, they tried to eat her face. Did they mean that? That's like a euphemism? Like, metaphorically, like eat their face? You know what I mean? Your mouth opens wide at this. Someone almost ate Daniela. She is sweet looking, the perfect cinnamon bun, but that doesn't mean she's actually edible. It wasn't like that. She was kissing me, she flushes, albeit very badly. You should have sent this girl over to me. I could have handled her. Bella scowls over at Cassandra. We are still at the dinner table. Keep it in your pants. You're too naive, Daniela. Regardless of what she wanted to do with you, she wasn't a good person. She was getting you into drugs, laying it out on the table. Jeez. Daniela grumbles at this, but looks down at her lap in shame. The rest of the dinner is mercifully less tense, and you stay until dessert. You leave as soon as you can, not keen on sticking around for any more questions, and Daniela flashes you an apologetic smile. She stays behind with her family, and you head back to the dorms. You collapse on your bed there, socially drained. You go to your classes for the day and find that they don't manage to capture your attention. They're boring, the professors are boring, the assignments look boring. All the more reason for you to do none of the work. Once your classes are done for the day, you head back to your dorm. You find Daniela is back and doing pull-ups on a bar she has installed in her doorway. You find yourself watching her abs crunch up and relax before you can stop yourself. Huh. It's not that you like your roommate romantically, but you cannot deny that you like her abs more than platonically. How was your first day of classes? They were alright, nothing exciting. We should go out and celebrate the start of our semester. There's a bar not far from here. Angie's already over there. Of course she is. You sigh. You feel like you should be concerned about this, but everyone around you seems to treat this as normal. You and Daniela hail a cab down to the bar. It's packed inside with what must be students from Miranda's university. Angie is dancing on the bar and people are clapping and cheering her on. When she finishes her set, she drops down by the two of you. You're surprised Angie passed the Dimmy seal of approval. Yeah, the Dimitrescu. Dimmy seal of approval. And you and you had to prove your worth. You feel a bit annoyed by this. What are you drinking? It's on the house. I'm paying for everything. Donna doesn't have that kind of money. Angie winks, pulls out a checkbook from inside her bra. That's why I'm saying all the tricks by Daniela Dimitrescu. Hey, she yelps out. Give me back my checkbook. She chases Angie through the crowd. You leave your 2 roommates to deal with that among themselves and go to order a beer from the bar. Then you turn around and observe the crowd. Who should you talk with first? Ooh, I get to talk with some of the people that I've seen. I don't know Anna Maria and Jasmine, I don't think. Oh, Jasmine was in the thing. Finch. B was cute, though. And Avery. I don't know any of these people. So I guess we'll go over there. Yeah, I don't recognize any of these. She's kind of cool, though. I think I've seen her once. You approach the trio and wait for the right moment to say hello. I can't believe you dragged me out to this bar. I hate crowds, I hate loud places, and I hate drinking. If you want us to cosplay your favorite characters from your books, then this is the price. You are both cruel for doing this. Why would you even want me at a bar? So you can make friends. I have friends. Books don't count. Seems like that should be the one conversation you stay out of. You back off before they can see you. Who should you talk with? I guess we'll try Cindermia and MJ. MJ's cool though. Why is Mia so blurry compared to these two? Mia notices you coming closer and smiles that enigmatic grin of hers that weirdly makes you feel like she'd like to eat you the way a snake does. I do like the occasional drink here and there. There's a sorority on campus you should join if you do. Cinder and I are on it. Lots of parties, lots of fun. What do I have to do to get in? You'd be much better off not joining if you value your liver. Or any body part. Are you still upset about that one time with the keg? I almost crushed my leg. While they argue, Mia turns to you. What'll it be? Join me? I'll think about it. We'll talk to B, Finch, and Avery. Finch confuses me. What is this? I think this is Avery. Bruh, look at that. Oh. Finch and Avery are communicating in another language while B is nodding their head, pretending to know what they're talking about. Luckily, the language is familiar with you. To you. You inject yourself naturally into the conversation with a greeting. Are you new to campus? They ask as they switch back to English. Yes. You are gonna love it here. We all do. I'm worried about being homesick. This is your home now. They give you a glib smile. Glib smile? For a little while, then I'll be moving back. Not thinking of staying here? Avery is surprised before a dreamy look takes over their face. After all, Donna is here. She's mine. You cannot have her. You keep hearing that name thrown around. You're guessing Donna must be Angie's relative? B scowls at Avery and as they dissolve into some inner world, smiling and giggling to themselves as they mumble Donna's name to themselves. We lost them again. They take out a photo of a man with black sunglasses and gray hair and shove it right in front of Avery's face. It shocks them back into the reality. They shake their head. Heisenberg? They shove the picture of him away. You had no idea what just happened there, but suddenly you think you should leave. You decide to go get another beer before you continue. You've chugged your first one down because of nerves. Saving face, movie 4. New drink in hand, you decide to try to approach someone else again. Who should you talk with? Anna Maria and Jasmine. Jasmine. Anna Maria. She's cute. You approach the pair, but don't introduce yourself just yet. You need to eat more. You're looking pale and thin. It's the council. The school year just started. Yeah, but Bella's been on our ass since a month ago. Anna Maria puts her hand on Jasmine's shoulder. You should come over to my apartment. I'll cook you something good to eat. This seems like too much of a private conversation to just jump into. I don't want to talk to Ayana. She should be painting anyway. Who should you talk with? That's the bitch with the bad bob. You are not talking to her. Thank you. Next. You finish your last drink and find Daniela and Angie standing outside the bar. Angie is swaying on her feet and Daniela is holding her up. I was just about to text you that I realized I don't have your number. You quickly exchange numbers. Let's head back to the dorms. I think I've had enough for tonight. You are inclined to agree. None of those conversations went as expected. You help Daniela bring Angie back to the dorms and then turn in for the night, worried about your social life. It seems hard to make friends and you don't want to be friendless on campus. You resolve to try harder next time. Hopefully you will meet someone other than Daniela that you can click with. A week passes and with you barely paying attention to classes, finding most of them boring. While you are sitting watching a show on the TV in the dorm room, Angie kicks in the door with a wide grin. Oh wait, hold on. Angie kicks the door of the room wide open. I brought tequila! She stands in the doorway, 2 whole bottles of tequila in her hands. This is the 3rd time this hour, you say dryly from the couch. That's 'cause you're a loser and I just want to have some fun. Come and party with me. You do want to party and have fun, but you don't know if you'll be able to keep up with Angie. Your liver hurts just thinking about drinking with her. Daniela steps out of her room. Save a shot for me, I'm ready to hang out. If both your roommates are going out, you suppose you should go out too. You get out of your seat and snatch the tequila bottle out of Angie's hands. I'll do a single shot. You stress as she whoops loudly. Free game time! Where's the party? You ask as Angie mixes some drinks together and then pours a row of shots. There's one in the bar downtown. The sorority is leading it. Drinks are free. Then why are we drinking here? Because I stole these bottles? We need to get rid of the evidence. She quickly chugs down the entire row of shots to punctuate this point. You exchange a concerned glance with Daniela, wondering who Angie stole this from. Daniela shrugs and chugs the mixed drink down. You do the same. One shot turns into many, as we've learned since we did that like twice now. One shot turns into many, and by the time you head down to the bar, you're pretty hammered. You spot a few familiar faces and head over to talk to them. Who do you talk to first? Ooh, Nicoletta. Ah, hot lady Nicoletta. You stumble over to Nicoletta. What do you do? Flirt. That's so rude. I guess I'm hammered. You make the balding look work. Her furrows. She furrows her brows in confusion. What are you talking about? The giant bald patch on the back of your head. She blinks in irritation at you. That isn't funny. She storms off. The bald spot on the back of her head gleaming in the glowing lights of the bar. Who do you want to talk to? Mia and Cinder. You approach Mia and Cinder. Here to drink? Mia asks and hands over a drink punch card with 5 free drinks on it. Free drinks courtesy of the sorority. How is this creepy chick the sorority leader? We won't be scraping off the floor if you drink too much, she warns with an arched brow. Who do you talk to? Ayana. Drunk you is a lot braver than sober you because you stride right up to Ayana, itching for a fight. What do you say to her? Give her a piece of your mind. You start yelling at her, not even really making up. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? You start yelling at her, not even really making much sense as you trip over your tongue. She seems unfazed by your bad mood and simply walks away. This is just sad. Ugh. You use the drink card to go get more drinks, offering some to Angie, who gladly takes them off your hands. She disappears into the crowd as you chug back drinks. You vaguely think this is probably not a good idea, but don't spend too much time thinking about it, dancing to the music around you. You wake up and find yourself notably not at the bar anymore. You must have blacked out from drinking too much. You sit up with a groan and rub your dry eyes. Your mouth feels like sandpaper. You drank way too much. Never again. A loud snore interrupts your self-loathing as you crane your head to look at who is next to you in an all too familiar room. Lying on your bed is none other than Daniela, half naked. You stare at Daniela as the situation slowly sinks in. No way. Did you really sleep with your roommate like something out of a rom-com movie? Daniela's nose scrunches up in her sleep, and she opens her eyes. You freeze like a deer in headlights. Daniela blinks rapidly and sits up. Thankfully, she has a bra on. What are you doing in my bed? This is my bed. You manage to muster out through stiff lips. Daniela's eyes widen comically. Did we sleep together? I don't know. I blacked out. I blacked out too. You stare at each other. Daniela's face slowly flushes red. Maybe Angie will know something. We should ask her, though. I don't know if she'll remember anything. You get out of bed and quickly get dressed, Daniela sneaking into her room to get change. You step out, finding Angie in the kitchenette. She shoots you a look. I caught Daniela sneaking out. Yeah, about that. Do you, remember anything from last night? Angie laughs. Oh my gosh, a drunken hookup? Or maybe not drunken hookup. Won't tell. Oh my gosh, a drunken hookup? Or maybe not a drunken hookup. Won't tell. She sticks her tongue out at you. That is entirely frustrating. Angie, please, you need to tell me. It won't give me peace if I don't know. Would it matter so much if you did? It changes things between me and Daniela. Because then that means that you like her a lot more than you're willing to admit to your sober self, and it means she likes you too. Should the two of you date after this? Angie laughs. That's for the two of you to figure out. I won't be sticking around to see it. That's when you notice the packed luggage by the door. Are you leaving? Yep, I got a deal to DJ across Europe at clubs. I'll be quitting school to do this. Somehow that seems on brand for Angie. Be safe. You're not sure what else to say. Angie wraps you up into a hug and then grabs her luggage. I'll be back to visit. Or not. She shrugs and leaves. You stare. You're way too worn out by the shocking events this morning. Daniela steps out of her room in her crop top that shows her stomach. Daniela steps out of her room and her crop top shows that her stomach has hickey marks on it. Did you do that? Did you make out with her abs yesterday? Oh no. Your face flushes. You hate that that is something you would 100% do. Did Angie just move out? Something about DJing across Europe? Daniela sighs. I'll have to tell her aunt. I highly doubt Donna will ever let her do this. Yeah, she also wouldn't tell me if she saw us doing stuff. You finish lamely. This is so embarrassing. There's a series of sharp and impatient raps on the door. You both stare at it. Who is it at this hour? I know, I'm in trouble with Bella. Daniela approaches and opens the door as if this morning couldn't get any worse. Bella stands on the other side. She strides past Ella and on a war path towards you. She jabs you in the chest. You! Me? You lift your hands up innocently. How did Bella find out about you sleeping with Daniela? I swear, we didn't plan it. I didn't mean to sleep with her. Bella blinks. What are you talking about? About me and Daniela sleeping together? The muscle in Bella's jaw twitches. She grabs you by the front of your shirt. You did what? With Daniela? Bella, let them go. Bella stares at Daniela. You always make the worst decisions. Now you're upset. Maybe you hadn't meant to sleep with Daniela, but you won't let Bella insult her sister like this. You grab Bella's hand and forcibly remove it from your shirt. You hold your back up proud. For your information, Daniela and I are dating. It's not some mistake. Bella's eyes flicker across your face, digesting this information. She scoffs. You think that makes any of this any better? You don't deserve my sister. You don't get to decide that. Daniela deserves to make her own decisions, and I won't let you take that choice from her. If she wants to break up with me, then she can. But right now, as you stride over to a flabbergasted Daniela, you take her hand in yours. We're dating, whether you like it or not. Bella looks immensely displeased. Well, then good thing I'm here to put a stop to your rooming nonsense. What are you talking about? Bella smirks. Yesterday night, the two of you, while very drunk, broke into my apartment to try get me to have some fun. We tried to have a three-way with Bella. Suffice to say, I did not have fun, and the two of you trashed my apartment. Since you are such a bad influence on Daniela, our mother decided that you'd no longer be rooming with her. Your jaw drops open at this. That's cruel. You can't do this. You're making horrible choices, Daniela, and your choice in a partner has not done much to sway our opinions. Daniela's hands curl up into fists. You always look down on me. I'm sick and tired of this. You act just because I'm cursed. Bella slams a hand into Daniela's whip fast to shut her up. What? Bella slams a hand into Daniela's mouth, whip fast to shut her up. She glares at her and cuts her eyes to you, trying to figure out if you've heard. But you have. Cursed? What is Daniela talking about? We'll talk about this later. Not now. Daniela glares angrily at Bella, but doesn't talk when Bella removes her hand from her mouth. Bella tosses you a new room key. Effective tomorrow, you'll no longer be able to come to this room. Better start packing. Do you concede? How about you pack your attitude into a box and fuck off? Bella's brow arches up. She doesn't dignify you with a response. Bella leaves at this, and Daniela turns to you. Dating? She squeaks out, turning red. Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to save the situation, but I think I only made it worse. Daniela rubs the back of her head. I wouldn't be opposed to this, fake dating. It'd piss my family off. She stumbles over her words. You find it adorable. Why does your family treat you like this? They think because of my past romantic failures that I can't find a good partner. And also that because I'm the youngest that I can't make a good decision. I don't like that. That's overbearing. You don't have to... You have to stand up for yourself more. Daniela rubs the back of her neck. I know. What was that you said about a curse? Daniela looks uncomfortable speaking about this. It, has to do with my bad luck with dating. You feel like she's not telling the entire truth, but you don't press. You look at the key card in your hand. Looks like you'll have to move out to a new room in the middle of the semester. You just hope your roommates will be normal. Oh, am I rooming with Ayana? I don't want to. Some like it hot. You arrive at your new dorm room, luggage behind you and backpack slung over your shoulder, and your jaw drops open. No fucking way. It's Cassandra's stans. Your new roommates are the worst people you know. Welcome, I guess. It's not like we know you. Ugh, I can't believe we had to get a new roommate. Oh well, our last one left for some reason. I don't know, why, but oh well. Listen up, because we have some, rules here. If you break them, then we are gonna have problems. No listening to music on Mondays. No watching videos on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, we don't wear pink. They continue rambling on, oblivious to your distaste. You want to leave already. Are they seriously going to make you follow their arbitrary rules? You miss your old roommates, even if they are down the hall. I'm just gonna leave my stuff and head out. I have class soon. You hope they buy your lies and head to your empty room. They quickly set everything up. You quickly set everything up and lock the door. You don't trust them with your stuff. Then you head out of your dorm room, avoiding eye contact with them as you walk past. Ugh. You deliberately stay out late on campus so you won't have to deal with them. You catch up with Daniela at the cafe and sit to talk there. How's the new room change? It's the stands. Daniela pulls a face. Ugh, that's horrible. I'm so sorry for what Bella did. I'm speaking with administration of student affairs right now on campus to fix things. But considering Bella is on the student council and my mother is a professor here, it's been rough going, trying to convince them to switch the room back. If it's the stands, maybe we can get Cassandra to lure them out somehow? You'd really throw her into a pit of vipers? Not like she can't handle it. We'd shove her in, they'd chase after her, then the room would be vacated. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I'm not sure what else will. You can always crash in your old room if you don't want to go back to yours. Just text me when you're coming over. I think I'll take you up on that offer. Finals come and arrive, and you barely pass them. It's not like you're studying. You've been busy in the evenings, avoiding your new roommates and going to club events. 2 months have passed in the blink of an eye since your room change, and winter break is upon you, and thankfully, you haven't had to deal with Daniela's side of the family since then. You avoid Bella on campus, run from Cassandra, and really only talk with Daniela. She's the most normal of the sisters, and you appreciate that. You head home for the holidays, booking an inexpensive ticket. You spend time there, texting with Daniela over break, and laugh at all the memes she sends. She has sent a picture of her wearing reindeer antlers for Christmas. Oh, she's Danny in my phone. Danny has shared an image file. Whoa. Cassandra's choking in the background. Would look better if you had nothing else on. You look cute, or you look cute. She sends you a bunch of smiling emojis. You dig out a pair of antlers from a crate of barely used Christmas decorations and plop them on your head. You snap a photo. You shared an image file. Seems we're both cute. We might have to call this a draw. You snort with amusement. I demand a rematch. I'm gonna prove you're better looking than me. When we get onto campus, you're on. I'd intend to prove you're cuter, and when I do, you owe me a pizza pie. Your finger hovers over the phone name. You want to change it. What should you change it to? Danny with the big fanny, Dornbrow, or Danny Hart? Danny Hart. When you come back to the new semester, you're eager to continue trying to make friends on campus. You head out to Daniela's dorm room to say hello with her. It's kind of a weird way to say that. You open the door, not expecting to see someone else in the room with her. Daniela is standing there with Giselle, both looking relieved when you show up. I see you have a guest. I'll be heading out soon, she says quickly and rushes past you. You arch your brow at Daniela. What was that all about? No invite? Yeah, this wasn't anything you needed an invite to. Your brows go up. It was not a hookup, she stresses, ears turning red. Daniela rubs the back of her head sheepishly. My mom, kinda told Giselle to come over. You know there's nothing more to this than Daniela is saying. You patiently wait for her to explain. She wanted Daniela to ask me out on a date, but Giselle came to tell me the truth, and she said she doesn't want to get involved with this, but I did it because otherwise my mom kind of threatened to take away her role in the theater. Yikes. That's kind of gay. That's kind of gay, Daniela frowns. Yeah, I'm gay. Does that bother you? No! Comes out of you horrified. Why would she think that? That was the wrong... I just thought it was funny. Why don't you talk to your mother about this? It seems to really bother you. Why are they even obsessed with this? Daniela waves this off. Let's not talk about that. Can we just chill? I've missed my roomie. I'm not your roomie anymore. She pouts at being reminded of that. We were supposed to have a cute off. Prove which one of us is cuter. It's clearly you, because not only are you cute, you're hot, too. Daniela blushes hard. That's not true. Yeah, it is. Have you seen yourself? You indicate to her body. For some reason, you really liked teasing her on this point. I could grate cheese on your abs. Daniela turns even redder. You could not. What do you respond? If you insist, you lift your hands up in appeasement. Not today, but one day you shall prove to her just how sharp her abs are. So you owe me pizza now. How? That's not fair. She sighs heavily. Fine, let's go get that pizza. When should we go? Now. I can't go now. I have to get ready for class tomorrow. 51st dates. Ah, we get to go on a pizza date. You meet Daniela inside the pizza shop. The inside of it smells like grease, and you eye the slice of pizza hanging from the ceiling. This place? It's got pretty good pizza, all things considered, and it won't bankrupt me. All things considered? You arch a brow. Do you want to know what that means? I mean, for the price they're selling at. Some things have to be sacrificed. Yeah, you don't want to know more. You just hope your stomach will be fine. This is the only pizza joint in town. I'm sorry. It's alright. One slice can't hurt, can it? You stride up to the board with the menu on it. What do you choose? Purple pizza, pepperoni and anchovy, or plain cheese slice? Plain cheese. Can't go wrong with this. Daniela places her own order, and the two of you sit down to eat. As you eat, you discuss all sorts of things. How's Angie doing? She sent me a picture of her DJing in a sold-out show, so, well... Wow, I can't believe she's getting so famous so quickly. Guess she doesn't need college anymore. Daniela offers with a laugh. What do you do when you graduate? There you go. Daniela ponders this, scrunching up her face cutely as she thinks. I'm not really sure. I'm not really good at anything. You have to be good at something. Daniela shakes her head. I'm not. Everyone in my family is talented except for me. Bella is very smart and motivated. Cassandra can sing, dance, act, and play music. I can barely tune a guitar. She sighs heavily. I'm only good for goofing off. You reach out to touch her hand. Don't say that about yourself. You have something you're good at. You just haven't found it yet. I don't think I ever will. Your family shouldn't put you down like that. They should be supporting you. My mother holds us to a high standard. I mean, she accomplished so much when she was my age, and I haven't been able to do anything. You ponder this before an idea seizes you. Then let's do something about it. What do you mean? You smile at her. What do you really like doing? Daniela thinks this over. I like hanging out with friends and skateboarding. And that is how the two of you find yourself at the skate park. Ooh, I haven't seen the skate park yet. Wow. Daniela looks mildly freaked out. I can't believe you signed me up for a skateboarding competition. I've never competed before. Why not? If you like it and you're good at it, you can do this. I'll be rooting for you. Daniela lets out a groan as she holds onto her board and eyes the competition. It's a small local event that you managed to find by some miracle. There are 5 other skaters competing. You got this? Your reminder. It's not too late to back out, is it? You'll need to offer her something to help soothe her. What do you offer her? How about this? You do this, and I'll do anything you ask of me. Daniela quirks up a brow. I'm intrigued. I suppose I'll do it. You said nothing about having to win. The judge announces that the competition is starting soon. Daniela lets out a tense breath and squares her shoulders before going to join the others. You watch from the sidelines. The first skater goes. You don't recognize them. They must be a local. They do a few tricks on the ramps to a rock song. You clap without any real enthusiasm. You hear from Daniela. The second skater goes, and then the third. They have similar routines. You vaguely recognize the third skater. They're a student from campus. You clap a little more enthusiastically for them. Daniela goes forth. She's got a more serious expression on her face now. She sets the board on the ramp and then pushes off. Even though you don't know much about skateboarding, you can tell Daniela is more experienced. There's a fluidity to her motions, a confident elegance to her, and the tricks come naturally to her. It's almost as if she could close her eyes and do them in her sleep. You clap enthusiastically when she finishes, whooping loudly. It's no surprise when the competition finishes. Daniela is declared the winner by the judges. She seems shocked by this, but accepts the small trophy and prize money of $50. She approaches you at the end, eyebrows raised high up. That was unexpected. It was not. You didn't see yourself. You were amazing out there. I didn't know you were a pro at skating. I'm not. Don't be so humble about it. I owe you for winning. Ready to claim the prize? Daniela scrunches up her face as she thinks. I think I know what I want you to do. She holds her board up to you. I want you to try skateboarding. You make an X with your hands. Hell no. Scared? I'm not a chicken. I'm just bad. Can't know until you try. Besides, you said you would do one thing for me. This is what I want. You huff. Oops. Fine, but if I fall, I'm leaving. You take the board from her and set it on the ground. Here goes nothing. Chances are... You take one step on the board and almost slip right off if your foot goes forward and your body falls backwards, off balance. Daniela grabs you by your upper arms. You can't step on the back part of the board. You have to step in the center. You stand up. Nope, I'm done. I said I was leaving if I fell. But did you really fall? Daniela waggles her eyebrows. I caught you before you could. You sigh reluctantly. Ugh. Fine. Daniela helps you onto the board, placing her hands on your hips. Her palms are warm and steady. For some reason, they make you feel a bit self-conscious of how close she is to you. You could feel the warmth of her You can feel the warmth of her radiating off of her. You can feel the warmth radiating from her. Whatever. Her breath tickles the back of your neck as she speaks. First, try to get a bearing of balance. Then, when you feel you can stand on the board without wobbling too much, I want you to try and push off. Remember, do a gentle push at first, then put your foot back on the board. If you want to turn, you have to lean using your body. But we'll work on leaning later. For now, just try pushing off. How do I stop? Just put your foot down. You suck in a breath and allow yourself to step back. You hold out your arms to find your sense of balance. Once you've got it, you gently push off and roll in a straight line. Daniela walks behind you, making sure you don't fall. The skateboard weakly rolls to a stop by herself. You glance at her. Not bad. Daniela grins. Told ya. Want to try some more? And you do. Daniela walks by you, keeping a close eye to make sure you don't get hurt. You simply roll back and forth, getting comfortable with using a skateboard. Hours pass this way, and soon it's dark outside. The lights at the skate park blur out the night sky, but that doesn't stop you and Daniela from parking yourself on top of the ramp and looking up. It's a bit chilly, and she hands you her jacket. It's warm, and it smells like her. A hint of cinnamon and vanilla. Thanks again for pushing me to do this. If you hadn't, well, I'd probably have nothing to feel proud of. Sometimes existing is enough. Daniela gives you a wondrous look. Do you really think so? Yeah. Our value as humans shouldn't be based on the worth of what we can contribute. Why do I sound like that, like, unbearable woman from, like, indie movies? the TikToks that they make. Daniela mulls your words over. The two of you lapse into silence before she asks you, What is your family like? I don't remember them much. We migrated to America when I was younger. They shipped me off to private boarding schools as soon as they could, states away from where they worked. My parents wanted me to learn to be independent and hardworking. That sounds lonely. I got used to it. Traveled the world, worked, and now here I am in college years later than I should be. But no one told me what to do. It must be nice to not have expectations thrust upon you. Even though I grew up with family close by, I felt so lonely. What do you do? Put your head on her shoulder. Daniela startles when you thump your head against her shoulder, but she melts into the gesture, putting her head on yours. The older we get, the lonelier we become. Daniela sighs heavily. A few years ago, I stumbled across Miranda. She's Alcina's friend and the president of the university. She's always had a soft spot for me. She would always take time to check in on me and make sure I was doing well, took an interest in my grades and my hobbies. She personally handed me my spot at this university, said I was always welcome to come visit her if I needed someone to listen to me. Daniela's eyes looked thoughtful, her eyes glazing over with some memories. She and I have done meditation together. It allows me to entirely shut my mind and get rid of my worries. I always feel so much better when I finish those sessions with her. You listen as she continues speaking. Yeah, see, this would have been good information. I feel like she's always been there for me. And Donna, too, has never turned me down when I needed someone to help me. You should come with me to visit her tomorrow. She makes really good tea. Yes, she does. I can't wait to meet her. I'd like to know more about you, Daniela. Daniela startles at this. Do you mean that? Yeah, is that a bad thing? No, I'd be happy if you did. Ever since Angie's left, I missed her. I miss her, and she and I used to vent to each other and talk about everything. Bella's too busy to even visit our family home, and Cassandra is wrapped up in her own world to care about others. And Mom has too many things she needs to worry over to spend too much time worrying over me. I know I can't replace Angie, but I'd be happy to be that friend that is there for you. I don't want you to feel like you're a replacement for her. I just want us to get closer. She blushes at this and shifts her eyes away while you smile to yourself. The two of you sit there a bit longer before the cold finally chases you two off. The next morning, you and Daniela meet up in the cafe before you plan to head out to her aunt's house. She orders a wrap at the register and then goes to you, a concerned look pinching her face. Is everything okay? Something's not right. You follow her gaze to the students in the cafe, shuffling around, eyes lidded and dead expressions on their faces. Sleep deprived, you guess? Daniela shakes her head. So many? I don't know. This is the first time I've seen something like this. She takes a bite of her wrap and chews thoughtfully. You glance at her, thinking back on if you've seen anything of this sort. To be honest, you haven't. You're not really the super observant type. The two of you head out to Donna's without another comment. Daniela has a spring in her step as she approaches, blabbing on happily on memories she has of her aunt. She's great at fixing injuries. Anytime I would bruise or scrape my skin, she'd slather on some ointment and I'd be good as new the next day. She makes all her own stuff, including the tea, and you've got to try her blueberry scones. Her smile drops when the two of you stop at a flower shop. The door is wide open, and as the two of you step inside, you see that Donna's plants have been thrown onto the ground, ceramic pots shattered, dirt scattered on the floor. The plants are trampled, petals crushed underfoot. Aww. The lights are off, and Daniela stands frozen in the room, mouth slackened. You flick on the lights, and they spark to light, and you can see a smear of blood on the cash register. It has been opened and emptied. Daniela, you trail off, not even sure what you can say to this. She startles at the sound of your voice and bolts toward the open door in the back of the room. You follow her before she can do something reckless. She walks down to a storage room and checks it. Maybe Donna's around here somewhere. Her voice is strained with emotion. You pretend you don't... Who hurt our sweet baby angel Donna? You pretend you don't notice the wet quality of her eyes. When a sweep reveals no one is hiding in any of the storage crates, you go back upstairs, going out to the greenhouse out back. Plants have been trampled and uprooted. There's a table upended with various powders sprayed around it in an arc. Daniela goes through the plants, combing for her aunt. Donna! She calls out as she disappears into the bush brush that has not been destroyed yet. What has happened here? You have to investigate the scene for clues. What do you check? Look at the paper. There's a torn piece of paper. All that remains is a scrap that says, I won't do this anymore. Ah, secret. I got a secret. Secret. I got a secret. Analyze the powders. You crouch down to look at the powders, but they're just powders. Without a testing kit, you'd have no idea what they are. What do you check for clues? Look at the plants. Yep, these plants are pretty crushed. You head back to the store, wondering if you can find anything else. Where do you want to check for more clues? Examine the register. You check out the register, making sure you didn't miss anything, but it's been cleared out. You notice a notepad next to it. There's nothing written on it, but watching mystery TV shows inspires you to pick up a pencil and shade over it. You can make out faint letters forming on the pad from whatever it was Donna wrote before. You scowl as you try to read it. 3 pounds of something, 2 pounds of ready for shipment to the school. You can't make out the names of what items were shipped to the school. Where do you want to check for more clues? Oh. Go through the cabinets. The cabinets look like they've been emptied out too. Nothing but a few stray tea leaves. Look through the plants again. You look through the plants. Nothing more to see here other than pretty flowers being crushed before their time. Daniela comes back out and she's making a valiant effort not to cry. She's not here. It looks like Donna's gone for good. Whatever happened to her, she won't be coming back anytime soon, and you two have no idea what happened. Daniela looks devastated and her shoulders slump. I'll have to tell my mom about this. If anyone can find Donna, it's her. You put a hand on Daniela's shoulder, attempting to comfort her. Angie's gonna be devastated when she finds out. You think Angie knows anything? She tucks her head into the crook of your neck and sighs heavily. No. You can only hope that they can find Donna. And there's movie 7. More weeks pass and the weather is now much warmer, but still with a bit of bite to it. You've been going to a lot of parties, doing club events, and in general, enjoying your college experience. You sometimes do your work, but you're never really study for any of your tests, so you're not surprised that you're barely scraping by in school. You almost forget that you're supposed to be fake dating Daniela until she texts you, frantic. Hey, roomie, love of my life, skate to my board. I kind of need your help. Love of my life, skate to my board. What's up? Mom is trying to set me up with someone that doesn't get that I'm dating someone. Can you stop by the pizza shop and help me? On my way. Papi's Pizza. Oh, it's Ayana. Ugh. Of course she sends Ayana. You put on a date outfit and hurry over to the pizza shop. You find Daniela sitting inside the booth with none other than Ayana. Oh, hell no. Not this bitch again. You slide into the booth with Daniela. How do you want to handle this? Just kiss her. You press a kiss to Daniela's cheek. Sorry I'm late, babe. Daniela tries hard not to flush, but she fails. Ayana arches up an unimpressed brow at the two of you. Ugh, I don't believe that Daniela would be dating a loser like you, but whatever. At least I don't have to fake being on this date anymore. Sports chicks are too brusque for my artistic and sensitive soul. I only did it because Professor Alcina promised me something. Ayana rises up. I've done my part. Now I can get my reward. I don't know why she sounds like that now. She flounces away. What a bitch. You can tell Daniela's self-confidence has taken a hit because of that comment. Her shoulders slump and her bottom lip sticks out. Don't worry, she's a snob. She hates anyone who isn't herself. Daniela sighs heavily but turns to you. I might need you to swoop in a few more times. My mother has convinced a shocking amount of people to go on dates with me this week. She has got to stop matchmaking. This is why I should have gone to college in the States. Not if you want crippling lifelong debt. I'm rich. I would have been fine. Daniela gives you the details on what other dates her mother has set her up on, and you promise her you'll be there to play the role of her partner. And so, Daniela begins. The next day, Daniela has to go on another date. Daniela is sitting with Jasmine in the cafe when you make your entrance. Who do you greet first? I'll greet Jasmine. Hey, Jasmine. I didn't know you knew my girlfriend, Daniela. Jasmine's eyes go wide. Girlfriend? I didn't know. She quickly picks up her things and leaves. The third time you swoop to Daniela's rescue is at the theater. Daniela is standing with Olivia. The two of them are chatting. They seem to be getting along, and a flare of jealousy goes through you. Does Daniela actually like her? Would Daniela want to date her? You shake that feeling away. You shouldn't assume things. How do you greet Daniela? A hug? Or a lift? We'll give her a hug. You hug Daniela from behind, putting your chin on her shoulder. She lets out a noise of surprise. Olivia eyes the interaction before smiling. You two make a cute couple. You feel warm in her praise and how well you're fooling everyone. A few more days pass in this manner, with you rescuing Daniela until you and Daniela are down to the last date. The final boss, so to speak. Oh my gosh, it's Mia. You spy on them between the bookshelves of the library, watching as Daniela stands very stiffly next to Mia. Mia is smiling at Daniela, laughing, and then she reaches out and grabs one of Daniela's biceps, giving it a squeeze. Anger stabs through you, and you nearly stumble over your feet as you come out from your hiding spot. Hey, you tersely greet Mia. She fixes a fake smile to her lips. I didn't know you could read books. Why is everyone in this one a Valley girl? I don't understand. I didn't know you could read books. You glance down at the book in your hand and then back up to her. Oh, she wants to play rude? Two can play this game. I didn't know you knew what that was. Mia laughs. You are so funny. Aren't they funny, Daniela? I cannot nail down these voices. As she reaches to squeeze Daniela's bicep again, Daniela looks uncomfortable. Daniela thinks I'm super funny. We always tell each other jokes and do other things together. You respond heatedly. We should do that sometime, Daniela. I don't think we're dating. You pull Daniela towards you. I doubt that. No one has ever called out you're in Daniela's fake dating. What? Daniela blinks in shock. This is the first time I'm hearing of this. I've never seen the two of you going out together, and Daniela was on one of those dates with all those other girls. Unease creeps up your spine. How would you know any of this? Have you been following her? Mia laughs. It sounds ugly. Don't be paranoid. I'm head of a sorority. Of course I'm going to hear about these things. People talk. Though it's cute, you think Daniela is yours to control. I'm not controlling her. I'm dating her. Mia's not convinced. Right. You can keep telling yourself these things and deluding yourself. Filled with anger, you yank Daniela forward by her hoodie. You kiss her rough and fast, and she gasps into the kiss. You pull away, breathing hard, and glare at Mia. You're the deluded one if you think Daniela has any interest in you. Mia arches up a brow and crosses her arms over her chest. Might want to work on your acting. Very unconvincing. She smiles at Della. Miranda's worried about you. Remember what she told you. Daniela shrinks in on herself at this. Mia leaves the two of you in the library. You are tempted to throw the book in your hand at the back of her head. What is she talking about? Daniela rubs the back of her head. Nothing really, but can we talk about that kiss? You flush, embarrassed by how bold you've been. Do you want to talk about the kiss? What about it? The way you state that makes Daniela hesitate. Never mind then. No. Love is in the Air, movie 8. I'm flubbing this one too. In order to be more convincing, you and Daniela decide to embark on a series of very public dates around campus. You go to the cafe together, holding hands, you walk each other to class, you eat dinner in the dining hall, you give each other bone-crushing hugs and kisses to the cheek. You hope this drives home the point to Mia. But to be fair, this fake dating stuff is fun. You enjoy spending your time with Daniela, especially at the end of the day. You find yourself gravitating towards each other on the couch to watch a show together. You don't have to act anymore behind closed doors, but it just feels natural to be like this. To rest your head on Daniela's shoulder, to share a bed with her when you sleep over at your old dorm room. You wake up well rested in her strong arms, clothing smelling of her wonderful perfume. Some mornings it's hard to get out of bed because it means leaving her warm hold behind. But you do enjoy waking up before her, if only to take in how cute she looks. She always had bed hair in the morning, and she sleeps with her mouth wide open. This time she catches you staring at her, and she scrunches up her nose as she wakes up. Good morning to you too. You're tempted to drop a kiss to her forehead, so you do so. You have to stay in character after all. She smiles up at you. You want to catch breakfast at the cafe? Sure, I just have to pick up some stuff from my room. You might as well move back in here. No one's taken your old room, or Angie's. I should. Help me move? The two of you head out of bed and head over to your new dorm room. You begin packing up stuff and Daniela helps you. Your new roommates look on as you do that. Try to ignore their judgmental stares and hurriedly pack up your stuff. Daniela goes on ahead and you put your stuff in your old dorm room. That's when Cassandra's stands make their move. Like, how did you land her? Yeah, you're not even special or anything. What are you talking about? You're dating Daniela. You almost blurt out the truth that you're not dating, but think better of it. What does it matter to them? Yeah, and? Tell us how you landed a Dimitrescu. We want to land Cassandra. You scoff. I don't think you're Cassandra's type. If someone as lame as you can get Daniela, then someone like us 1,000 times better than you could land Cassandra. How to react? Offer advice. Have you tried not being creeps? Maybe if you don't stalk her, then she'll not be freaked out by your trio. If we don't stalk her, how will she know she's supposed to love us? Yikes. Delulu much? Everything okay here? Daniela has come back and her hands are on her hips. She looks angry at the stands. The three of them huff but leave you alone. You pick up the last of your things and leave with Daniela. Y'all right there? Yeah, I'm fine. They're just being dicks about me dating you. Why? They don't think I could ever land someone like you. But you already have. We'll only pretend. It's not pretend for me anymore, Daniela says quietly, but it cuts through you. You pause in the hallway, box in your hands, feeling too heavy for your suddenly numb limbs to hold up. What? You manage inelegantly? What? Daniela blushes but continues on as she admits, I've liked you for a while. This fake dating stopped being fake dating for me a long time ago. Your jaw drops open. I like you. A lot. What do you say? Take me on a date first? Take me on a date first? Can we go on a date first? Daniela shakes her head. But I don't want to do anything about my feelings for you. I don't want to ruin what we have between us. You close your mouth, disappointed. Oh, okay. Should we stop fake dating them? We might have to. I enjoyed spending our time together, but it'll probably make things weird if we do, now that you know I like you. She walks off. You trail after her, dumbfounded. I'm trying to be funny, but they take them seriously. You spend much of the day confused. Luckily, there is a party in the evening you'll be going to with Ariana. Drinking will keep your mind off of things. You get dressed and head out to the party in the theater building. It's entirely packed and loud music blasts from the speakers. You lose Ariana in the first 20 minutes after she goes to fetch drinks for you two. You go to find her, and you see Daniela there across the room. Should you say hi to her? You wave her hand in greeting, and she notices you. For a long moment, she doesn't respond, but raises her hand. Before you can go to her, you are yoinked off into the shadows of a side room by someone. You whirl around to face Mia. What does she want from you? What? You've been causing issues. What sort of issues? For the Dimitrescu's. You have no idea what she's blabbing about, but the look in her eyes is scaring you. Those are the eyes of a woman who is on a warpath. Bella isn't happy with how close you are with her sister, and since I would do anything for Bella, I'm gonna help her with you. The way she says Bella's name sounds absolutely deranged. What the fuck is it with people being so feral over the Dimitrescu's? And hadn't she been going for Daniela a few days ago? Oh, Mia's trying to kill me again. Oh my gosh. Mia flicks open a switchblade and your eyes go wide. If I had a nickel for the amount of times Mia has tried to kill me at a party...
I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Mia flicks open a switchblade and your eyes go wide. You scramble back for the door, but she grabs the front of your shirt and is instantly hit with the door opening. Daniela stands on the other side as Mia hisses and steps back, grabbing her hurt head. She a vampire? Daniela spots the knife in Mia's hand and looks to see your frightened expression. Fury fills her and she lunges at Mia. Danny, be careful, she has a knife! But Daniela can't seem to hear you. Oh my gosh, they're both covered in blood now. She pounds into Mia, hit after hit, as Mia is pushed onto the ground. Even then, Daniela follows her down, the knife skittering to the floor somewhere. Daniela keeps hitting, and the sound of flesh on flesh is starting to make you feel sick. Daniela, stop! She can't or won't hear you. You grab at her shoulders, trying to pull her back. Daniela, please, you whisper into her neck. This finally stops her. She rises to her feet. She's breathing hard through her nose. She looks at her bloodied hand. She looks at Mia on the floor, who is laughing weakly, blood bubbling from her mouth. Shit. Daniela runs out of the room. You run after her, but she's faster than you. You lose her in the crush of students, and when you stumble outside of the theater, she's long gone. Just what the hell is going on? Love, actually. Movie 9. Oh, because we sit and watch movies together. That's cute. You try calling Daniela's phone, but it goes straight to voicemail. You head back to Daniela's dorm. You knock and pound on her door until someone in the dorm tells you to shush, but she doesn't open up. Sighing, you decide you have to hunt down her sisters in order to see if they can help you. You know Bella's on the council. You doubt she'll be there at 2 a.m. on a Saturday, but you have to try. If not, you'll have to reach out to Daniela's mom. You've never met Bella. You head over to the student council room and to your surprise, find that the door is open and the lights are on. Bella is sitting at a table, working on a stack of papers in front of her. Bella, you need to help me. Bella's head jerks up. She looks displeased that you're bothering her. What? It's your sister, Daniela. Instantly, Bella is on her feet. What happened? Mia came to attack me at a party, saying she was doing it for your sake. Daniela saw what was happening and she fought Mia off for me. Mia? Why would Mia do any of that? She shakes her head. Where's Daniela right now? I don't know. She wouldn't stop hurting Mia, and I managed to get her off of Mia, but Daniela got scared of what she did, and she ran away. Bella scowls. Go back to your dorm room. I have to handle this. She rushes out. Of course, you're not going to stay here and not do anything about this. You decide to secretly follow Bella. You watch as she heads over to President Miranda's office. The secretary is not there, but Bella knocks on the door and is let in a second later. You wait for the door to close before you approach it silently. You press your ear to it. The wood muffles most sound, so you cup your hands over your ear to try and help yourself. What is going on with Daniela? I'm busy, my dear. I don't have time for this right now. You always take her on meditation retreats. What do you do to her there? My, so suspicious. I have every reason to be, considering how deeply you've gotten your claws into my family. You have us all wrapped around your fingers. The only one you'd left alone until now was Daniela, but now something's wrong with her. You are extremely delusional, Bella. Daniela is fine. Mia came after her friend, and Daniela nearly beat them to death. You think this is the first time she's nearly done this? What did you do to her? Bella's voice is rising in pitch. A soft laugh resounds as Miranda's voice draws nearer. Worry about yourself, Bella. I adore Daniela. Some might call it having a soft spot for her. I would do nothing to hurt her. There's a sound of something smashing to the ground that sends you jolting to your feet. You don't stick around to find out what is going on, worried you'll be discovered. Did Miranda just kill Bella? You decide to head back to the Daniela's dorm room. You knock on the door while trying to call her phone at the same time. This time, she opens the door. She's cleaned the blood off of herself, but there are bags under her eyes. You immediately hug her. I was worried about you, you big dummy. Daniela shoves you off of her. You shouldn't be hugging me. What if I really hurt Mia? Then she deserved it. She tried to hurt me. Daniela shakes her head. She looks conflicted. Bella seems to think something happened to you because of Miranda. Daniela scowled. Miranda has been helping me. She wouldn't do anything to hurt me. Besides, it's not her fault that I'm like this, or that my luck is like this. Daniela, you need to come clean to me. What is going on? Daniela's lips tighten. It's nothing you need to worry about. I do need to worry about this. I've never seen you like that before, and it scared me. Daniela's face darkens. Then you should leave me alone. I don't want to hurt you or drag you into my problems. You stomp your foot on the floor. Daniela! Tell me the truth, now. Why? Because I care about you. Well, you shouldn't. I can't ever have anyone love me. Why not? I want love, don't get me wrong. The kind that you see in rom-coms, cute and fun, but every time someone likes me, they go wrong. You have no idea what she's rambling about, but it seems like maybe you'll get something out of her. I just want a relationship. I just want someone to hold at night and to spend time doing everyday things with. Is that too much to ask for? Her eyes are getting teary. Miranda has helped me with all those romances gone wrong. Every time someone has liked me and turned violent because of it, she moves them across the country so they can't hurt me. And anytime I've liked anyone before, she's had me do meditation with her. I don't remember what happens during it, but I know she just helps me get over my feelings for them because she knows the relationship will only end in disaster. Before she helped me with it, I used to get very angry and fight people. It used to scare everyone. I hadn't had my meditation sessions with her yet because I've been avoiding romance, so there haven't been any issues lately. But then you came into my life, and I thought not pursuing you would be enough to avoid getting worked up about everything, and then Mia hurt you and it kind of erupted from me. This isn't making sense to me. If you are like this when relationships are involved, then why was your mother trying to set you up with others? I don't think my mom knows how bad it is. Only Miranda knows. Mom probably thinks I'm just bad with picking partners. Your stomach feels twisted in knots. This whole situation doesn't make much sense. But now that this has happened, I have to go meet with Miranda, and she'll be able to help me. Wait, are you gonna go and get rid of your feelings for me? Daniela offers a pensive look. It'll be best for both of us. Without another word, she leaves you standing in the dorm room. No, you can't leave things like this. You decide to go after her, but keep a distance so she doesn't spot you. She dials someone on her phone and talks with them briefly. It must be Miranda. Daniela heads out to the woods and you follow after her. You position yourself with behind some trees and wait. Sweat beads on your back as you watch Daniela wait in the middle of the small copse of trees. Something rustles in the bushes and Miranda steps out, holding a glass jar in her hands. You squint in the dark. Is that a red rose in the jar? What in the Beauty and the Beast is going on here? It happened again. You should have come to me right away. I didn't know it was gonna happen. It just snuck up on us. Who's the other person? Daniela suddenly seems reticent. You don't have to worry about them. They don't like me back. I'm the one that likes them. That's not true. You like Daniela. Miranda doesn't seem convinced, but she just holds the jar out. We'll start the process. Are you ready? Daniela nods her head and strips off her hoodie before tossing it onto the ground and sitting on it. She takes a cross-legged position and Miranda takes the lid off of the glass jar before she takes out the singular red rose. Your heart is beating hard in your chest. What the hell do you do? Try to intercept them, I guess? Crazy, stupid love. Oh, no movie. You step out of the bushes and reveal yourself to them. You have no idea how you're gonna stop this, but you have to try. What are you doing here? Trying to put a stop to this, whatever this is. Don't do this, Daniela. I have to. You really don't. Miranda's feeding you lies. Miranda glares at you but lowers the jar with the rose inside. If you insist, then I'll be on my way. The way she concedes so quickly shocks you, but you barely pay it any more mind before running into Daniela's arms and hugging her to you. She's warm and solid in your hold, and Miranda slinks away into the shadows like a bad dream. Really, you don't understand, you cut her off. Whatever Miranda has you doing seems manipulative. Why does she keep trying to get you to get rid of your feelings? It's okay to feel certain ways, you don't need to discard them. Not when I feel the same way for you. Daniela's eyebrows go up. You do? I like you, idiot. Somewhere along the way of us playing fake dating, I actually fell for you. Because dating you felt so easy, so natural that it just felt right. Daniela gives you a radiant and hopeful smile. Does this make us girlfriends? You answer her by leaning up on your tiptoes and pressing a soft kiss to her lips. How's that for an answer? She blushes and smiles back at you before leaning in and kissing you back. Aww. Whatever weird thing was going on with Miranda, Daniela stays away from. The two of you go on dates together, spending some time in the cafe, the pizza shop, the library, and the dorm room, and in the skate park. You can't keep your hands off of each other. But you start to notice a change in Daniela. At first, you can chalk it up to exam stress getting to her, but as the weeks go by, it's almost constant. Little flare-ups of anger, Daniela snapping at you for no reason, then getting horribly confused as to why she even did. You cower away from her angry outbursts. This isn't like her, and you know this. Eventually, it leads into a big blow-up fight when Daniela attacks someone for daring to smile at you as you're crossing paths. You have to pull her off of them, but even when you do, she seems almost blind with rage. She runs off to Miranda's office and you give chase. Something is wrong with Daniela. You don't know what. Oh. Whoa. You get into the office out of breath. The door is flung open. Miranda stands in the calm of the storm even as Daniela trashes the room. She's thrown everything off of the shelves, books missing in their pages and jars shattered. Miranda's pet bird flies around the room in agitation before swooping out the open window. Oh my gosh, I keep getting the bad ending. Miranda glances at you, oddly calm. I hope you're pleased with what you've done. I haven't done anything. You refuse to let Daniela complete the ritual. This is the result. What ritual? What is going on? You want to stop your girlfriend from tearing up the room, but you can't. You're afraid you'll just get hurt. Daniela is making incoherent noises now. Daniela was cursed. Something from a young age. A curse passed down from generations within her family, all linked back to that castle they own. However, they cannot be rid of it due to the nature of the shaman that trapped them to it. And, as such, each generation, there has been some afflicted with its madness. You can hear the words coming out of her mouth, but none of them make any damn sense. You remembered Daniela mentioning a castle, but you hadn't thought much of it. But how could a castle cause all of this? Have you heard tale of Beauty and the Beast? It was very much based on Daniela's familial condition, but of course it was changed up for public appetite. You nod your head. Yes, this story is quite popular. The beast has a rose that will wilt. He has until the last petal to find true love unless he wishes to remain a beast forever. How could this ever apply to Daniela? I've been helping Daniela with her affliction, but you interrupted the process. Love aggravates the curse and causes it to hasten towards a more bestial nature. As such, Daniela will never be able to be loved or have romantic feelings or love for someone else. Why didn't you finish it if you knew this would happen? I wanted you to see what you've caused with your ignorance. No one tells me anything! Now she's descending into anger and violence. She won't stop, but she has enough wits about her to know to come here so I can have her temporarily soothe the beast. That sounds so awful. There has to be a way to break this curse. She smiles at you at the same time. Daniela overturns Miranda's chair with a loud thud. Daniela's clothing is ripped and her teeth are all sharp. Nails have sprouted out of her hands and her eyes glow yellow. There is. Her smile is malignant. Then why don't you do it? I was the one that cursed the family a long time ago because they disrespected me. Curing them would make me lose my leverage over them. You are dumbfounded by every last word coming from Miranda's mouth. How long has Miranda been alive for if what she says is true? How could you be so cruel as to keep this up? You need to help her! Now! You demand. I will. She gives a lazy tilt of her head, assessing you. Daniela, get them. Daniela turns, attuned to Miranda's words. You put your hands up. Wait, Miranda can't be seriously. Daniela leaps over the desk in one bound and slashes a hand across your throat. Got the bad ending again. Blood spurts forward and you fall to your knees, gasping hard. You reach out a hand, not sure what you're trying to do. Your vision quickly dims and you face plant in your pool of your own blood. Daniela enters her very empty dorm room, frowning to herself. The space echoes with voices of people that seem to feel familiar to her, but she can't quite put her finger on. Hadn't someone lived here with her? She's not entirely sure. Miranda had said she found Daniela passed out after drinking too much and having hit her head by running right into a pole. It would explain why Daniela's head hurts so much. Daniela looks around the empty space, noting the 2 empty beds before shrugging. Whatever is bothering her will go away in a few days. She's sure of it. Alright. Give me a sec. Okay, we save here. Return. Okay. Call Daniela. Ah, okay. You call Daniela's phone. She and Miranda pause. Daniela looks at her phone. Don't pick up. Daniela nods her head and lets the phone ring out. You try calling again. Daniela doesn't pick up. The sound of your phone is twice as loud in the dark of night. Turn it off. Daniela does that. Then there goes your chance of stopping her. Quickly you text her something. Anything to get her attention. With a start, you remember hearing something loud in Miranda's office when she was there with Bella. Could it be... Bella's in danger. Daniela pauses in the middle of shutting down her phone. Her eyes widen on the message. Meet me in Miranda's office now. Daniela, what is wrong? Daniela looks shaken. I need to go. We'll have to do this another time. She runs off, leaving an angry Miranda behind. Daniela, don't you turn from me! Daniela runs off through the woods and you wait a bit until she's gone. Miranda curses loudly and leaves as well, at a slower pace. Only then do you leave, running as fast as you can to meet up with Daniela. You find Daniela in the office, the door ajar. She's kneeling on the ground next to Bella, who is sitting up, rubbing the bump in the side of her head. What happened, Bella? Are you okay? Miranda and I got into a spat over you. She hit me to knock me out and get to you. What are you talking about? Why would she hurt you? You need to open up your eyes, Daniela. Miranda isn't the loving aunt that you think she is. She's using all of us and tricking you. All to feed her goals. What goals? What's going on here? Bella looks up at you with irritation at your abrupt interruption. Do you mind? I'm having a moment with my sister. And I am having a moment with my girlfriend, you cut in pointedly. Daniela gives you a sad shake of her head. You know we're not actually dating. You don't have to keep pretending. I like you, Daniela. My feelings for you can't be faked. Daniela's eyes go wide open. You like me? She rises to her feet, looking like she's about to go on a whole romantic spiel when Bella aggressively clears her throat. Now is not the time for romance. We have to figure out what Miranda did to you. Bella rises to her feet, Daniela coming to help support her. Bella shakes her off. Miranda must have something in her files. Help me look. She and Daniela quickly comb through the room. You help. Where do you look? Behind the mirror. Nothing there. You carefully set the mirror back. You don't want 7 years of bad luck. You look but find nothing there. Not even a cobweb. You flip the rug back and find a safe inside the floor. Come look at this. You call Bella and Daniela over. They come to stand over you, pondering the small lock on it. What could the pin code be? Maybe Miranda wrote it down somewhere. Wrote down my code? I wouldn't be stupid enough to do that. But I see you're all stupid enough to meddle in my things. She looks furious, a glass jar with a red rose tucked under her arm. No, we're not stupid, just fed up with what you've done to us. Yeah, I think. Daniela tacks on, still not sure what even has happened to her, or what Miranda did to her. Hand over the flower, she exclaims angrily. Bella exclaims angrily. Never. You're closer to Miranda, so you decide to reach out and grab it from her. You have no idea what's going on, but you want to protect Daniela from whatever schemes Miranda has. Miranda yanks it back, but your tug of war causes the jar to slip from her hands and land on the floor with a shatter. No, you fools! What have you done? The flower withers on the floor, quickly turning into dust. You've ruined my curse. Now I'll have to do another one. Curse? You made the curse? She asks in a small voice. Miranda hisses out at her. It didn't matter what I did. You've ruined it all. You should start minding your own business and following me. Bella smiles triumphantly. Think you're free now, Daniela. At least one of us is. Get out of my office. I will deal with you all later. That doesn't sound promising, but you take your leave, stepping carefully over the broken glass. You hold out your hand, and Daniela links her fingers with yours tentatively. So, she begins shyly, looking into your eyes. Does this mean we're officially dating now? Really, Daniela? Still thinking about your dating despite everything we just went through? I've wanted a happy relationship for a long time. Don't blame me, she shouts back. Yes, this means we're dating. How about we go on a real date first thing tomorrow? Ugh, you too? Seriously, Miranda threatened to do something against all of you and you're just gonna pretend nothing happened? Bella lets out a frustrated scream and leaves. Ah! You and Daniela smile softly at each other. Miranda peers out her office door. Can you leave already? She slams the door shut on the two of you. Pillow talk. With both of you feeling that the days of peace will be over soon, you don't waste any time. The next morning finds you and Daniela skipping class to go to the cafe or breakfast. You order a drink and some food and sit there to talk for hours. It's only when Elena, the barista, glares at you for hugging the table for too long that you and Daniela head out with the skateboard and hand in hand to the skate park. You sit on the ramp and watch Daniela as she does some kickflips and ollies. When she's done, she comes over to you and helps you skate around the park. The air is a bit cold and it bites your cheeks, but neither of you care. When you almost fall, she catches you and allows the two of you to fall to the grass by the skate park. She makes for a comfy cushion and you lie there, allowing yourself to be held in her arms. She's warm and she smells great. She presses a gentle kiss to the back of your neck, and you turn around in her arms until you're nose to nose with her. Is this worth it? You ask, voice timorous. Timorous? She furrows her brow. What do you mean? I'm not sure, just whatever Miranda is gonna do now. Is our love worth it? Daniela offers you a soft smile. Ever since I could recall, I've always longed to love and be loved. The princesses and princes in fairy tales, the instant love stories of teen books, and the slow burn of movies, they're all something I was enraptured with as a kid. I love my family and they love me, but I've always wanted to love like this. To hold someone and take care of them and have them love me. Daniela sighs. I have no idea what will happen in the future, but I don't intend to give this up anytime soon. Especially not when my feelings are being returned, and they won't cause the curse to happen. So, yes, it's worth it to me. You lean in and press a gentle kiss to her lips. Her eyes close at the feeling of it. You let the kiss linger and slowly pull away. She opens her eyes to look at you. Whatever she's gonna say next is interrupted by the rumbling of her stomach. She flushes in embarrassment. Time to eat. Pizza? You two get up and head over to the pizza shop. She buys the food and drinks for the two of you, and you sit down to eat. How are you feeling since last night? Daniela sighs heavily. Honestly, not sure. I never expected Miranda to be capable of doing something so bad. Man, I trusted her, and to know that she was the one who did all that to me... She shakes her head. It helps that you're here. It keeps my mind off things. Keeps it from going to dark places. So, what should we do next? Daniela hums thoughtfully as she bites into her pizza slice. I'm not sure. I know telling my mom would be the right thing, but she thinks Miranda is great, and she probably won't believe me. Bella seems to be onto something. She doesn't seem to trust Miranda. Bella might be able to help us. But before we go to her, I want us to have at least one day together. You reach over and squeeze your hand in yours. You reach over and squeeze her hand in yours. Yeah. I agree. The night isn't over yet. You give her a devious smile. Back to your place. You want to watch a movie? Show me your favorite rom-com. Then maybe we can reenact some of the scenes there. Daniela flushes as red as her hair. She squeaks out. You find it adorable and lean over to slide a foot up her leg. She almost chokes on her pizza and slaps her chest as she coughs to regain equilibrium. Try not to kill me before Miranda does. You two clean up after yourselves and head over to Daniela's dorm. She pulls up the movie on the TV and you make some popcorn and get the drinks ready before you plop down next to her. You arch a brow at her movie choice. This one? Daniela shrugs. I like the proposal. It's got everything. I thought you'd go for something gayer. Daniela laughs. Does it count if I've imagined myself in the guy role of the film? Technically makes it gay. You laugh at her. That's not how it works. Yeah, nuh-uh. You're just mad you're wrong. You throw a piece of popcorn at her. She catches it in her mouth and swallows it down. This prompts you to throw more at her. She catches them in her mouth until you grab a fistful of them and she can't catch them all. They shower over her and one even lands in her hair. You're losing popcorn privileges. No! You yelp out and try to move the bowl above her head out of her reach. She lunges over you and suddenly you find yourself with a lap full of Daniela. She grabs the bowl of popcorn. Got it! What do you do with the situation you find yourself in? Go back to watching the movie, kiss Daniela, or put Daniela. I'm gonna kiss her, obviously. You lean up a bit and kiss her. Hard and fast. The popcorn bowl drops from her hand, scattering across the floor. Instantly, she melts into you with a small, happy whimper. You don't let her watch the movie, using your mouth to distract her. You grab her closer to you by the front of your shirt. You grab her closer to you by the front of your shirt. I think that, and she becomes a puddle of your goo in your lap as you kiss up and down her neck and bite up down on her lip, sucking it into your mouth. This is so graphic. Not fair, Daniela mumbles, face flushed red. How are you such a good kisser? You answer her question with another kiss and wrap your arms around her neck to drag her in. Goodness, love is all you need. The bustle of the city behind you disappears as you round a corner and head towards the hotel. You cast glances over your shoulder ever so often to make sure no one is following you, before you slip inside the hotel and take the elevator up to the room. Ooh. Daniela is inside, just getting up. Wake up, sleepyhead. It's time for lunch. No breakfast? You slept through. You kept me up late last night. You smirk at that, briefly reliving last night's adventures in bed. We have to eat quickly and then leave before the checkout time. The two of you sit down as you take the container of food out. Daniela shuffles around and changes into her clothes. It's been 3 months since the truth about Miranda came out. You, Daniela, and her family had run away from the college to hide yourselves from Miranda's influence. Luckily, the Dimitrescu's have a lot of money, so fake new identities and being on the run isn't bank-breaking. You're scattered all across Europe, hoping to throw off Miranda's extensive network of followers. You really hope she won't find any of you. It seems, though, the plan is to give her the runaround for a few months and then settle down in one place. Today is the day you and Daniela head to the safe location. Do we have everything before we head back to Romania? Hiding under the enemy's nose sounds like a smart move. It's also where the safe house is. Yeah, we should reach the castle today. This isn't the one... Daniela shakes her head. No, this is the other one. We have more than one castle to our name. Mom had some contractors come and do some renovations. It'll be all fixed up for us by then. The prospect of living in an actual castle sounds exciting to you. Never did you think that during your college career that you would end up with living in a castle with your girlfriend who had just come out of being cursed. You aren't sure anyone would even believe you if you said such things. And to be honest, you weren't even sure if you would change this. Despite being hunted down by Miranda and her hundreds of cult members, despite running from place to place and always having to look over your shoulders, you are happy with Daniela. You don't know how long you'll stay in the castle with her family. Probably until everything blows over. You can't imagine Bella will be too happy about you staying there, but the castle is big enough. There should be enough space for the both of you not to run into each other. Daniela's face takes on a pensive look. She stabs at her eggs a bit. I'm sorry you have to go through this. If I could change things, if I could go back to how things were. You reach out and hold her hand. We can't change the past, but we can change the future. She offers you a grateful smile and lifts your hand up to kiss the knuckles there. Thank you. After breakfast, the two of you clean up and check out of the hotel. A short train ride later will find you in Romania before you need to take a bus and then a taxi ride that drops you off at the outskirts of some woods. Then you will need to hike to get to the village the castle is in. It's a very small village, old-fashioned and cut off from the rest of the world. Your bag feels heavy on your back, and you pick your way through the brambles and mist that floats heavy on the ground. When you get to the village, you allow yourself to take it in. The smells of mud and horse manure, but the jutting spirals of the castle looms in front of you. You head over, ignoring the curious stares of the villagers. I hope they have a pizza shop. I don't think they do. When you get to the front gates of the castle, someone is standing there. Daniela recognizes her and runs towards her, giving her a big hug. Aunt Donna! Indeed, Donna standing there, a basket of flowers in greeting that are now scattered on the floor from Daniela's hug. You're okay! I had to run away. Angie and I have been planning on leaving Miranda's influence for a long time. We've staged our exits in intervals. I'm glad your mom finally saw reason that she left too. We were worried about you. Miranda had her claws on you pretty deep. Daniela rubs the back of her head sheepishly. Miranda ended up spilling the beans herself, so that helped. My partner helped me too. Donna notes you and nods her head shortly as if in approval. Angie's waiting for you. She wants to see you. Are you staying in the castle with us? We have a lovely home over a waterfall. Daniela and Donna chat as they walk up ahead. You trail behind them. This feels like a new hope, like a new beginning. You can't see where it will lead. You can't say where it will lead. Alright, that was the Daniela track, which I know you requested the Cassandra track, but I don't know which one that is, so I'm gonna look it up and we'll do it next time. That was really cute. It was very, very cute. I think Daniela, like having it be like a super chill. Daniela's just really chill. You just chill and watch movies. You go out for pizza. It's a good time. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!